going on, y'all? You already know what it is. This is Tune in Sports. I am the voice for Cavs fans. Let's talk about it. Let's get to it, man. Let me check out this comment before I get to what I had to say, man. My guy Andre 76, he came in here already on. Seeing Jared Allen with the chain makes me sick. Yo, man, why you gotta go in, man? Why you got all this smoke for Jared Allen, man? Why you always coming at my guy Jay, man? I know this ain't. I know it ain't because of what happened last time, man. You still tripping over that clutch shot he hit over Joel Embiid, man? It was one shot, Andre. It wasn't. It was only one shot, bro. You still mad about what Jared Allen did to Joel Embiid, bro? That's crazy. He said, "Yeah, I know that yeah, the junkyard dog chain. Yeah, I know. It makes a lot of people sick. I ain't. Hey, man, but hey, man, you gotta keep on watching though, man."
Oh, somebody! Oh, he needs some milk.
Nah, shout out to Andre. Shout out to you, Andre. But nah, I just want to jump on real quick, man. You know, ain't no games going on for the Cavs, but I just want to touch on uh two things. Not gonna be too long, but yeah, I just want to get this out the way, man. But yeah. Let's start with Spider. Let's start with Donovan Mitchell, man. My God, man. My one of my favorite players in the game. My favorite player, of course. Best shooting guard in the NBA. Let's talk about Spider now. Um, first, I do know we have Orlando Magic coming up, but we'll deal with that another day, man. But I just want to address one thing or two. So, um, Spider, he talks about his shooting as a late man. You know, he been up and down. A lot of people been going in on Donovan Mitchell. Guys like Andre 76 had questions about Donovan Mitchell shooting, of course, being critical of him, not playing more team ball, man. But let's play some audio for my guy Spider at the last game, man, which we won. We did win, but we got a long way to go, man. But let me just play this quick audio, this quick video for my guy Spider, real quick.
For me, you heard me joke about it. At the end of the day, I could miss 25 in a row, but when it's time, I know what my job is. And on top of that, outside of the, almost lost some money, the dumb turnovers that I had, they're all shots I make, and I'm just not making them right now. And the biggest thing for me, continue to take them. You know what I mean? And trust me, the same shots I made at the end were the same ones I missed. So my teammates trust me to shoot them, especially late game. Everybody, that's my job. That's what I do, and they'll fall. I'm not worried about that. Just continuing to shoot them, continue to make the right plays, and that's what I do.
Donovan, how important is it for you guys?
For me, you heard me joke about it. At the end of the day, I could.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Look, man, I already said, like I said on my other live, with Bubba, I'm not mad at Donovan, getting his shots up because that's who he is, that's who he been, that's who he is, man. He been a guy that's been putting up a lot of volume. He's a guy that's gonna do that, man. We have players in the past that puts up a lot of volume. Some guys more efficient than others, but that's who Donovan is, man. When he got it, man, he got it, man. Like when he's on fire, he's on fire. It's nothing you could do about it when he got it. Um, like I said already, I spoke about this already with Bubba. When you have a star of that caliber who's made for clutch moments, you know what I mean? Like who showed you he can be clutch. That's who I want the ball with in his hands, man. I want that ball in that guy's hands, man. Um, he's clutch, man. But yeah, can he be more selective on his shots? Sure, of course, man. But we got a guy, a star player, Donovan Mitchell, a guy that scored 71 points in this modern day of basketball, man. Um, Again, man, 25 shots. That's what he does, man. I think Andre said he would like if he takes 17 shots or something like that, right? But yeah, that's what he is, man. Now, yeah, he could be a little more passive sometimes, um and we getting our big men more involved, because they are the key. I feel like they are the key, right? Evan Mobley, to be exact, he's definitely the key to what's going to happen in Cleveland. Evan Mobley should have way more attempts with the ball, man. He should be featured more in the offense. I know the coach has been playing him at the elbow, letting him facilitate and make a move, but he has to get more attempts. So I think last game, if I'm not mistaken, I think last game Evan Mobley only got about 5 field goals. I think I got to double check, but yeah, he only got about 5 field goals. So we definitely need to get our bigs involved, man. And that's not a good recipe when you got your two, I guess, ball dominant guards just jacking up a lot of shots and not really being efficient for the night, man. But we did beat Detroit, so I'm not mad at that. But with Spider, again, what he said, man.
For me, like you heard me joke about it. At the end of the day, I could miss 25 in a row, but when it's time, I know what my job is. And on top of that, outside of the, almost lost some money, the dumb turnovers that I had, they're all shots I make, and I'm just not making them right now. And the biggest thing for me, continue to take them. You know what I mean? And trust me, the same shots I made at the end were the same ones I missed. So my teammates trust me to shoot them.
So that's what I'm saying. Like he feel like the shots he be getting up are good shots, man. Spider is a shooter, man. Shooters are going to shoot that thing, man. So the Spider going to shoot the ball, bro. He got that dog in him, man. He want the task at hand. He is the guy. He feel like he's that guy. He is the guy, man. And what he said, man. I told Bubba, that I said, yo, that's his job, yo. That's why he's here. He's here to make the big time shots when we need them. Now, sometimes he do be turning the ball over when he tried. Like, it was one play or two. He tried to get he did try to hit the bigs up, but it was a bad, I think bad bounce pass, man. I remember from the game. I think was it last game? It could have been last game, but he's a scorer, man. That's what he does, man. As he even just told you, that's why he's here, man. Um, Now, just like Darius Garland, Spider been dealing with an injury, so that has affected his play in some games. Where he been kind of off. You can see it in his play. Like his best game by far since dealing with that injury, was the in-season tournament game we just had recently, man, with the Atlanta Hawks, man. He had about 40 in that game, and that's probably his best game by far. This season that I can think of, that gotta be his best game by far that I can think of. 40 points. He had a monster stat line. But with Spider Man, I'm not really too concerned about Spider, bro. So it is what it is with that, man. But let me get to what I really got on here for. Besides Spider Man, so it's a lot of people, a lot of fans want to hit the panic button. Um, it really go by game, man. These fans, man, they it's game by game, man. So like, it's like with JB Bickerstaff, right? You could call out the games that he had that he did well in, or the team did well in. So even when he win a game, like what's the saying I'm looking for? They never talk about what you do. They always talk about what you don't do. They never praise him on the success he do have, but they always talk about what he didn't do, man. And they want to point out the bag. Now, yeah, you shouldn't be losing to no, you shouldn't be losing to no Blazers or even a Detroit. Glad we didn't lose that game, but like they don't bring out the success he had against the Philadelphia 76ers. They don't bring out the game that we had against the Denver Nuggets. Those are two big wins this season. That's probably your biggest wins this season. I'm not even mentioning the Atlanta Hawks games. Those two juggernauts, because you beat the NBA champs and then you beat a Philadelphia team who been one of the top teams. That little duo with Embiid and Maxey, the little pick and rolls they do, man. You beat them guys, right? And you did it well, man. You did it good without your star players. Um, so with JB, a lot of fans, I'll say about it's a large percentage, man. If I had to say how the fans is feeling, I think it's about 80% or 85% that want JB Bickerstaff gone, man. Um, I'm not on that, that train that want JB gone, man. Right now I'm cool with JB Bickerstaff. You know what I mean? Um, uh, but yeah, Cavs fans, they so up and down. Like I say this, like JB, he is right now. He is who he is, right, man. We gotta just wait and play this season out, man. But the problem I have with Cavs fans, man, Cleveland Cavalier fans, man, y'all just y'all just up and down with it, man. Y'all want this man gone so bad, and it really bothers me, man. Like I say though, fans would be fans, man, and you can't really fans gonna be fans, but you can't judge. Like you can't be doing this game at the game, man. Like they literally judge game by game when you not even really supposed to be that way, man. Like you can have your opinion, but like they be giving out the worst takes I ever heard in my life, man. They be giving out the worst takes, man. It'd be crazy, and that right there be like I heard somebody say something about they bringing up Ty Lue and then Colin Sexton, like a guy that they didn't really like, right? Colin Sexton, they did not like Colin Sexton, man. Cavs fans did not want Colin Sexton here. Like at a point in time, his stay was like they was done with Colin Sexton, man, because him being what they say ball hog and stuff, and we chose Darius obviously, man, but like um. But Cavs fans they give the worst takes, man. And then they want to dictate the season, man. Over and over, you say the crazy things, and then you want to dictate the season, and then try to make executive decisions on what Kobe Altman should do, man. Like y'all gotta chill, man. Y'all gotta relax. Now, what if I told you this though, right? Like, what if I told you that we wasn't the only fan base that is not satisfied with the results we've been getting? What if I told you we wasn't the only fan base trying to get our coach fired, because that's what y'all trying to do, man. Y'all try to get JB up out of here.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Y'all trying to get JB up out of here, man. Y'all not playing no games.
To this day. To this day.
Y'all not playing, man. But I'm just saying, what if I told you you got some Boston fans, yes, Boston Celtics fans, who I believe still standing at number one in the East. I think they still stand at number one in the East, right? So you got them over there, right? They not happy either, right? They not happy where they at. Not all, but I think some, they not happy, right? Um, and they not happy mostly with their head coach. Since we talking about head coaches, they like number one, they top in the East, right? And they not even happy with their coach, right? Um, and so what if I told you that though, right? It sound familiar, right? It sound familiar, right? So I mean, like the only difference with that, right, is like they won more games than us. And in my opinion, in the East, I do believe they are a super team, in my opinion. But look, what's funny though? I had my guy from the Celtics, who believes our coach is better than their coach. Yes, he believes our coach is a good coach, and he's better. I think he believes he's better than their coach. Yes, he believe that. Now I already know there's people who gonna be laughing at this, man. I know.
What you just said
is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Now I didn't. That's what they are saying. That's what one of my people said, right? I'm not saying that. Look, I already know y'all. You're like, yo, JB's a terrible coach, man. He should have been gone a long time ago, right? So like, but there's a person who believes he's a good coach, and matter of fact, he would trade places, and they would gladly take JB as a head coach.
Shame.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying from what I heard and what I was told, man. I'm just saying, yo, it's just mad funny paying attention to like different landscapes, like different fan bases around the league. I'm just just tuning in, listening, just seeing how everybody thinking about what's going on with their team and what's going on in their cities and stuff like that. Yeah, and you know how many complaints they have with their team, man. So it's not like just a Cleveland thing, man. This is most fan bases, right? Um, most fan bases. You have people out there who think JB don't know what he's doing. They don't think he know what he's doing, man. And he had earned some criticism, this guy, Andre. Celtics, Bucks, Cavs, and he are all super yo, you was yo, you was a you a troll, man. The Celtics, Bucks, Cavs, and the Heat are a super team, bro.
Shame.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Stay off the weed.
Now I know you. Now I know you trolling me. Bubba God, Bubba said the Cavs and the Heat are all super teams. You are crazy, bro. Now I know you trolling me, man. It's all good though, man. It's funny how you skip over the 76ers though. But the Cavs and the Heat are super teams. That's crazy, man. But look, yo, that's funny, man. You funny for that one. But nah. Real talk though. Um, I just pay attention, right? And Andre know that too, man. He had everybody complain about their coach, man, for the most part. And while like 85% of y'all, it's probably more than that. I ain't gonna lie. 85% of y'all Cavs fans complain and want JB gone. There are people who thinks he's a good coach. I'm not lying. There's people that actually think he's a good coach, and he's not a bad. You compare him to other coaches. He's not a bad coach. Is he's a great coach? Nah. Is he's a elite coach? Of course not. He could be borderline, good and bad if you want to look at it like that. But he's not a terrible coach, man. But there are people that think he's a good coach. Like, look, every fan base for the most part goes off on their coaches. There's people, content creators go off on their coaches after the game, criticize what they didn't like. That's gonna happen. Trust me. JB is not a perfect coach, man. I had my share of complaints this season about him. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna let one game dictate the coach or even the season. You get what I'm saying? Like you see how foolish that sound? I'm not gonna let one game dictate that, man. Um you can't do that, man. And especially like there are things like clicking at the right moment. Like the Celtics, they was able to click at the right moment. When the Celtics was going through what they was going through, they were supposed to make trades and moves. They did make a trade and move, and they started clicking at the right moment, man. And that happened with them, right? So I believe in clicking at the right moment. I'll look at the trade deadlines. That's what trade deadlines is for. And then you had the buyout, which I don't know how the buyout system gonna look this year. But then you had a buyout that can be a hit or miss. We didn't really hit well on a buyout. We signed Danny Green, who's not. Shout out to the 76ers because I think the Sixers let go of Danny Green, right? I'm on my Andre said the Sixers talking about Danny Green, man. I knew Danny Green was done, man, but I knew he was done, man. But look, um, shout out to Danny Green though, man. But yeah, we hit him on a buyout market, man, and it didn't work out well, man. Now it's just like I feel like there's moves we could have made this season, right? Like I still stand on the Kelly Oubre thing, man. I really do, man. Some people might agree, some people might not agree. But I just think adding that type of player, it probably would have helped out the Cavs, especially when you saw him doing in Philly before he got hurt, right? But as far as the JB day go, man, I do believe in that, right? With the clicking at the right moment. It's a long season. It's a long season. It's not a 17 game season. It's not football, bro. We play 82 games, so I feel like we'll figure this whole thing out in that time span. What we got about? We got about how many games left? 65, 62. It's a long, what I'm saying is still a long season, man. We didn't even get to the second half of the season yet. So I just feel like eventually we will figure this out, right? Now, during that time span, I don't know if JB gonna be fired. I'm gonna say no. But we don't
Well,
know.
what I'm saying is that they are known knowns and that they are known unknowns. But
We don't know, right? So like I had like Cavs fans, they bring up wanting Ty Lue back. Man, oh man. It's so bad. You got Cavs fans out here saying they talking about Ty Lue. Cavs fans are talking the guy we fired, right? The guy who had almost a nervous breakdown being here, man, and coaching LeBron. But Ty Lue is coming out of these people's mouths. That's crazy, right? Ty Lue? Coach Tyronn Lue, man. Shout out to Ty Lue, man. He did win a championship here. But yo, if only y'all knew how the Clippers fans felt about him. Yo, if only y'all knew how Clippers fans felt about Ty Lue, man. They be going in on Ty Lue. Like he didn't even win a championship, man. They don't like they be going in on his coaching, which is fair. Ty Lue do some, some questionable things. Just like JB, right? I think someone said, yo, we need Luke Walton, to take over. Luke Walton?
Shame.
Nah, I'm good, man. When the last time Luke coached? When the last time he coached? It was that was before LeBron got there, right? That was when was the last time he coached? 20. Man, I don't even know the last time Luke coached, man. Yeah, he was there before LeBron had got there, right? So I forgot when the last time. Like, man, okay. Anyway, yeah, Luke Walton. Shout out to Luke Walton. He's a Cavs coach. Shout out to Luke Walton, man. He's on the assistant staff. Everything our fan base has said for the last 2 seasons, including this season right here. I think like the Nick Nurse thing, I would say I will agree with that. The Nick Nurse thing, people wanted Nick Nurse. That was a thing. Like some people was thinking about that. He was, a free agent. You know what I mean? I feel like that would be a thing I would agree with if I felt like JB wasn't this guy. I feel like he wasn't a guy for this team to help take us to the next level. Nick Nurse is a name that I would say, yo, why not? But is it time for the Cavaliers to give up on JB Bickerstaff? That's really the question. Tom K, still early part of the season, but next few games are going to be a real test. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, man, I'm glad to beat Detroit, man, but we still, got a long way to go, man. That Detroit game was you know, it had you thinking like, yo, are we gonna beat the Detroit Pistons? Come on, man. But yeah, the Magic, Miami Heat, we gotta get Miami Heat back, man. From the last time we played them, they did us kind of dirty. That was in our house, right? Yeah, they did us dirty, man. very dirty, and that was without. It was missing a Bam, I think. Like, man. So we got to play Magic twice. Then we got Boston. Yeah, Tom K, you right, man. Tom K, you right, man. It's gonna be tough, yo. It's gonna be tough. Boston coming out, and the thing with the Cavs is we could play good 1 minute, but it's all about being consistent with this Cavalier team, man. And JB right now, as many will say, it's looking like he's on the hot seat, right? I already, spoke about this earlier in the season when they talked about, and I made a live, and they was talking about how, you know, it could be some changes if we don't get the results we're looking for this year, man. And yeah, it might be that, man. Um, JB has done a lot for the Cavs the last 2 years, but has tendency to trust few players, even if struggling, plays them too many minutes. Yeah. Yeah, Tom. Like they, on Mac's stream, I think Mac was touching on it too, right? But yeah, he do, man. He had done that, and it's not good to do that, man. You don't want to, you know, burn your guys out. I think everybody should, get a. Look, we know, like, you got a bench. Use your bench, man. I mean, even when you remember when even with the Lamar Stevens and Jetty Osmond thing he did last season, man. Like, Lamar Stevens just used to be on the bench chilling. Jetty Osmond will play one game, and then the next game you'll be like, "Yo, where Jetty Osmond? Like, why he's not playing? Like, JB have history of that, right?" And then now we look at the Craig Porter Jr. thing. Like, dude, this guy, like, play the rookie, man. Like, Imani Bates, okay, you don't want to play Imani in the G League. He's doing his thing in the G League, getting his reps in the G League as he should. But Craig Porter, like, he has shown that he's capable of being in the rotation. And I think Tom K can agree to that. And I think a lot of Cavs fans can agree. He had proven that he belonged, in the rotation at least. Give him a shot. Ty Jerome not back. Dean Wade not back. So what are we doing, man? Like like, what are we doing? That just I really I don't know, man. Like, I seen this on Twitter, man. It's just it's this right here, man. I seen it on Twitter. I was just like, yo, this guy, man, that's funny. But JB just like you just do that to CPJ, man. That's crazy. CPJ is a baller, bro. He deserves minutes. Ty, no, it's no excuse why you don't play Craig Porter Jr. Figure out the rotation, figure out your lineup, but it should be no reason you don't play Craig. It should be no reason why Isaiah Crowell not getting minutes. No, he plays, but he should be getting, because we every team needs defenders. You need a guy like Isaac Coro is one of our best defenders besides Mobley and Allen. He is the guy that's gonna go through them screens and guard the point guard, the smaller players and whoever, right? So JB, he's yeah, man. Yeah, man. JB got some things to work out, man. Um and not trust some players. Lamar and Jetty got that treatment. Yeah, I remember Lamar and Jetty getting that treatment. Despite what I said about Jetty, man, how I feel. But yeah, he was doing that to Jetty, man. Fans was upset about that. And I still felt like Lamar Stevens should have got a little run in that New York series. Not saying it would have helped us win, but it just, why not just throw him out there and see what it is? I mean, like, I just wanted Lamar to play in that series, in my opinion. But it is what it is, man. Um, CBJ was balling against Embiid several games before that, and can't get more than 4 minutes. Like, yo, that's what I'm that's what I'm saying. Like 3, 4 minutes. Are you serious? 3, 4 minutes? Are you kidding me, bro?
Shame. Shame. Shame.
That's crazy, bro. Like 3 to 4 minutes. Like the guys, like Tristan Thompson, he gonna call on Tristan Thompson when he feel like he need to call on Tristan Thompson. But CBJ, man, you need a guy like that. Especially if a guy like Darius and them, turn the ball over and stuff like that. Craig Porter Jr. He deserves to be in the rotation, bro. I was like, when he hit that, what game was that when he hit that spin around shot? He shot the three. What game was that? Was that the Lakers game? I forgot what game that was, man. He finally hit a 3-point shot. I was getting excited when I saw that, man. I'm like, oh, Craig Porter Jr. Okay, we about to see a 3-point shot. We about to see him shoot the three more. But yeah, like it's a lot of things that JB gotta figure out, man. But yeah, he balled against Embiid. Wasn't afraid of the moment, man. But my answer like to that, is it time to give up on JB Bickerstaff? My answer to that will be right now will be no. Is it time to give up on JB Bickerstaff? No, bro. I hear like, oh, I think JB lost the locker room, man. These guys, they don't want to play for him no more. Shut up. Just shut up, man. Just shut up, man. Look, I'm not even going that far, man. Look, Coach Beeline lost the locker room. That's a good example of someone who couldn't control the locker room, right? That's a good example of somebody who who checked out on. That was the time, Jordan JC was still here. That was a coach that lost it, man. It was just one story after another, right? But JB, I don't want y'all to overanalyze too much, man. Sometimes we will overanalyze, but look, in my opinion, the guys I feel like is still rocking with JB for now. But the end of the season, it will be very telling, bro. Like we gonna see what happened at the end of the season. CBJ is balling against Embiid. Yeah, man. Yeah, he was balling. What he's trying to say is he showed up. He had a couple of he had a couple of baskets on Embiid. Um, Andre, yeah, he had a couple baskets on Embiid. What you talking about? One of the baskets was a clutch basket, I think, towards the end. Yeah, he was challenging Embiid, bro. Yeah, he had a couple baskets on Embiid. Balling against Embiid though. All right, man. Look, you got me, man. I don't know. I don't know, man.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
I don't know, man. Look, I don't know. Oh man. DG needs a break if he's gassed or gets injured in November, December. How does yeah. That's that, yeah. Yeah. Especially on back to backs, right? You playing a seven. Oh, he went with a 7-man rotation. He basically went with a 7-man rotation. I don't care if he played 9 to 10 guys, 2 minutes, man. 7 minutes he played heavily. DG could use some rest, man. You don't want to get him gassed out, and the injury thing is very important for a guy like DG. That's we don't need DG to get injured, man. And you notice he already had 2 injuries, right? As we speak, he already been injured 2 or 3 times. You get these players tired, and what happens after that? Players start turning the ball over. Shots not falling. That's why. Also, we need to get our bigs more involved too, man. Evan Mobley. I'm still trying to think about it. Evan Mobley had 5 field goals. I don't even remember the game like that now. But 5 field goals. He should at least have a little more than that, man. Some people feel like Allen and Evan Mobley, man, need to get the ball more. CBJ and B just hung in this score and got the foul now. Yeah, I already knew what you was talking about. Andre, yeah. I got Andre. I ain't gonna say balling. If we talking about balling, it depends because balling is a word you use when you like Donovan Mitchell was balling. You know what I mean? So balling was a strong word, but not afraid at least. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, balling you gotta be careful, right? Balling is a strong word, but But he did his thing though. He did his thing when his number was called, man. He showed he wasn't afraid in the moment. So I absolutely get with what Tom K was saying. You know, we saw the game, man. But at the end of the season, I don't know what's gonna happen because I do believe, yo, if we flame out, somebody losing their job or even getting moved, if you feel what I'm saying. Somebody will lose their job or somebody will get moved if we flame out this year. So I would say, is it time to panic? No. Um, do I feel like JB is it time for us to give up on him? Nah, I don't think so. Is JB on the hot seat? I'm gonna say he definitely might be on the hot seat, right? Depending on how the season go. Now we all know about the reports after the Blazers game, right? The vibes was definitely not great with the players. You even had one of the softest guys, right? And shout out to my guy, man. But you had one of the softest guys, right? Fans would say is one of the softest guys on the cast because that's what you know, that's what it is, man. But you had one of them guys that he just left the arena, man. He walked out, man. No matter how loud the boos were, like fans were still booing. You know, similar to when we played the Knicks. I think that was the last time we got booed in our arena. But at the end of the day, it's still embarrassing, right? You don't want to get booed by your home crowd, man. But Jared Allen had left, and that people made a whole lot of thing about that, man. Um, y'all remember this right here? Like Jared Allen, bro. Even Jared Allen was upset. And look, after losing like that, especially to I don't want to say a trash team, but a team that's less superior than you are, you should feel embarrassed and you should feel. I think it would be a problem if they wasn't upset, man. It should be an argument. Somebody should get roughened up in the locker room. Like Tristan Thompson slapped a couple of them in the head. Like, yo, that's what Tristan Thompson here for. Get it together, yo. But a guy like Jared Allen, man. When I heard Jared Allen laugh, I was like, y'all remember this right here, yo? Y'all remember this?
You got some really nice momentum going into the third quarter. Solid on both sides to end the half. Jared Allen is not happy. He and Sexton.
He said, "Don't talk to me like that."
Are exchanging words here. Oh, team turmoil happening right before our eyes. You don't normally have young guys get that exercised, but they were chatting. You got some.
Yeah, I remember that, man. Yeah, I'm on watching that game live, yo. Jared Allen was going over. Yo, Jared Allen's a good guy. I like Jared Allen a lot, man. Yeah, he got the soft title, but Jared Allen will bang with you, man. I seen him bang with people. Jared Allen though, man, like I ain't never seen Jared Allen get mad. I remember that game though. He was mad because Colin Sexton, I think, had messed up on the he was supposed to I think he was supposed to switch. It was on the defensive end. Allen was going off on Sexton. Sexton was Sexton got that dog in him too. Sexton not gonna let you talk crazy to him, but that was the first time I saw Allen go off, yo. Like Allen's a good guy, but Allen got that mean streak in him. Like I ain't never seen him snap like that before. But like maybe, yo, that's the Allen we need this year. Like we need that Allen. Like, yo, some of these players get out of line, man. We need Allen to be snapping on people, man. That's the Allen I need this year. And that year was that was the bubble year, right? Everybody got that was COVID year.
You got some really nice momentum going into the third quarter. Solid on both sides to end the half. Jared Allen is not happy. He and Sexton.
He said, "Don't talk to me like that."
Are exchanging words here.
Yeah, that's what I need Jared Allen to do to Donovan Mitchell and these guys. Yo, do that to Darius Garland. When Darius Garland turned the ball over 100 times, Jared Allen, I need to see that out of you, man. I need you to be a voice in the locker room, man. I need you to grab Darius Garland, man, and yoke him up. Yo, next time he get like 10 turnovers. That's what the Jared Allen we need, man. Donovan Mitchell taking dumb shots. Get on Donovan Mitchell. And that was the year. Yeah, man, that's the year Kevin Love went off on Colin Sexton too. Colin Sexton got into it with a couple people on the team, man. I miss Colin Sexton though, man. But I was just wanting to bring that up because I was just thinking about Jared Allen leaving an arena, and it was just something that was on my mind that time he went off on people. Well, he went off on Colin Sexton. But yeah, that's the Jared Allen we need though, man. You say, yeah, he scored on me, but yeah, right. You right. JB maybe not at your hot seat, but has to prove we haven't hit his coaching ceiling. Yeah. A lot of people feel like this is it with JB. We need a new voice in the locker room. Like he's only good, he's not a guy that can lead you to a championship. He's not because his playoff record is not really good, right? um, but they feel like this is ceiling, man. This is as far as we go with JB. We need a new voice that can, how to, the little, the pattern. When you fire a coach, you hired a new coach, and usually they have success. You know how that pattern goes. Even Andre 76 had mentioned that early in the season, man. That's why he think the Sixers got a chance because Nick Nurse, first year head coach, who already won a championship, by the way. But yeah, I mean CBJ on a super. Yo, somebody get this man, yo, somebody get this man. CBJ on a super team, man.
Jesus cost you your strength. Victory has defeated you.
I'll tell you what I think. It doesn't matter what you think. Stay off the weed. I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
CBJ on a super team, man. Yeah, Philly, yeah. CBJ is on a super team. You is right. If you wanna count Jared Allen and Darius Garland as all stars. Yeah. I got you. Yeah. 76ers lost to a super team, y'all. Oh man. Sixers is a super team though, man. Y'all got the great Patrick Beverly. Y'all got Rocco and B. Maxey, Kelly Oubre Jr. Then he scored like 20 for the Hornets. He was averaging 20. So yeah, man, you got a super team too. But but JB though, man, JB, him talking to the guys after that Blazers game, and Jared Allen not being seen, man. And then the Bulls, you know. But look, we passed that game, man, and we beat Detroit, and we got a very tough opponent in Orlando coming up, man. That's gonna be a tough game, man. I do have some audio I want to play, from the Cleveland Sports Show, man. I got some audio. I want to play about JB, man. Um, yeah, man. Just need to get Three Money on the meal plan and then a weight room. Yeah, nah. You said it right. Three Money. That's his nickname, right? You said it right. Yeah, man. Once he gets stronger, man, and the defense is there because he got the scoring. He clearly showed that he can score. That's not a lack in this game, man. I think his dribbling has improved. I'm handling the ball, but defense and getting stronger. Definitely. I can't wait, man, to he get a chance. I can't wait till he get an opportunity like Craig Porter Jr. is getting with the Cavaliers. Even though JB for some reason has push Craig Porter Jr. out the rotation, kind of. So yeah, hopefully we see CPJ against the Boston Celtics, teams like that we got coming up. But that's another story for another day. Let me play this quick audio real quick from the Cleveland show, the Ultimate Cleveland show. Let me give me 1 minute, man. But JB, man, you are on a hot seat, buddy. You gotta get it together, man. You one of my favorites, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a fan of JB, man. But the fans say you gotta go. The fans say you gotta go, man. So hopefully he can, get this team right. Let me read this before I play the audio. You said Cavs at least beat a healthy 76ers team. Maybe we couldn't handle Team Portland, but took care of that light work. Yeah. Orlando and Mike. Talk heavy, Tom. Yeah. Andre, where you at, man? Yeah. We took care of Philly, and we took care of Philly without our guys, by the way. Let's throw it. Let's not forget to mention that. Philly got beat without Donovan Mitchell. We was missing 4 guys. We was missing like 4 guys. Yeah, yeah, y'all got beat. Darius Garland and Jared Allen. They ate good that game. In your house. In your arena. So yeah, we gotta let that be known. We did beat even though they was missing Kelly Oubre, but they had the rest of their guys, man. And you thought what you put Springer on? Who you put Springer on? Darius Garland? Man. Is that kid named Springer? Yeah, man. Come on, man. Don't do that again, man. Darius had fun at that was Darius playground out there. He was having fun out there. Let me play this quick audio real quick, man. Before I get ready to crash out of here. Let me get to the audio. What they was talking about.
Last night where they stand on this team and they're underachieving.
And right now, I made it's not even a joke, but I said this morning, I'm not sure JBC can get any hotter. Like, at this point, I'm not sure if he'll get fired, but his seat could not be any higher than it is this morning.
I know, Jason, when teams make moves like this, there's always a strategy behind it. They're getting ready to play the Detroit Pistons, who I don't think won a single game in November.
They've lost 15, 16 in a row.
So 2-17, I think.
But aren't they? Didn't they finish the month winless?
I didn't look.
That is correct. Yes.
Okay, so I know that teams look at schedules. They look at bye weeks in the NFL. Give the coach 2 weeks to get his feet under him. I thought when the Cavs made that little push last night, they went on an 8-0 run to get it, I think, to within 4 because they were down 12 after being up 16. When it was clear they weren't going to sustain that and they were going to take the L, I immediately thought, Detroit's next. That's a team they should thump. And you like your new coach to get off on the right foot for momentum. I thought this was the last we've seen of JB. Am I?
No, I think it was a fair. If it was going to happen, I think it would have happened already. It's noon.
You do?
It's noon now. If they were going to fire him off that loss, it probably would have happened this morning.
Tends to, yeah.
Yeah. So, but certainly, yeah. I mean, we've kind of hinted around the edges of it all year long. It's something we at The Athletic have been monitoring very closely since the summer. I mean, I've heard since the summer he was in trouble.
Yeah.
So,
since the summertime, JB been in trouble. And we already know this. We know this. We know the report. We know the talks, right? Since the summertime. This was a minute ago, right? But my thing is, when you make a move like that, when you make a drastic change like firing a coach, which Cleveland has history of that, right? But when you make a change like that, you gotta make sure you got a replacement for things like this. You can't just do it without a back, because this team is still, we got Donovan Mitchell. Like, his team is trying to, win something here, right? But you gotta have a replacement when you're doing stuff like that.
Oh, really? Going back to the playoff loss.
Jason, this to me is why the Cavs organization's a joke. Because
the Mega Power Frunk, with 400 liters of storage.
To have, every game, is he going to get fired? Is he going to get fired? Like, what is the point?
Yeah,
good organizations
when you
don't
know
do that.
You're going to do it, do it.
Just do it. What nonsense is this? Why did they even bring him back? If he's this close to being fired every game, why did they bring him back?
Well, I think we got 10 minutes here.
Yeah, we're going to need more.
Yeah, I thought last year it was a personnel issue more than a coaching issue. I really did. He didn't have the horses. He didn't have any shooting. Like, how many times do we talk about, you got to have shooting, you got to have shooting, you got to have shooting.
He has it now.
They do have more shooting now.
And that's another thing we spoke about, right? We knew this already. And that's why I didn't really want to blame JB in the first place. I said, JB get partial blame, Donovan Mitchell get partial blame, because Donovan didn't play good either. And, we didn't have the right personnel. Like, just look at our team. Look at the series. It just wasn't. I think we was going to lose regardless to the New York Knicks, man, who already been, experienced in the playoffs already, right? They've been there already doing their thing. And Brunson was on fire, man, but he was on one. But I just looked at the guys we had, and it just wasn't a group you could feel confident in. Yeah, that's why I didn't blame JB, man. You need shooting. Why you think it was so easy to close in on Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland like that, man? And not even mentioning the fact that we playing two bigs who cannot shoot, who not offer floor spacing. And like he's about to get ready to mention, we have that now with Niang and we have the floor spaces, right? This season. And of course last season we had Dean Wade, but Dean Wade was not going to be useful. Like it just wasn't going to. D-Wade wasn't confident last year, man.
And I wrote a piece for The Athletic just a couple days ago. Their best lineup, if you want to look at the metrics and the data, their best lineup is Mobley at center with 4 shooters around him. It's not even Jared Allen on the floor. It's Niang, and it's not Darius on the floor either, by the way. It's Donovan, Niang, Strus, and Karis LeVert. Is data-driven. That's their best lineup so far. They've had a lot of problems. They've just been inconsistent. I mean, they whacked Denver at home. You smashed the defending champs at home. That's a pretty good win. They've had some good wins. Last night was a terrible loss. Sacramento on the road, I think Donovan had similar remarks after the Sacramento loss of how horrible it is and something's got to change. So this is twice now that he's come out with comments like that. And, when you say, do you have the clip, Mike, or the quote from
the quote? Yeah, we do. You can take tag
of Donovan saying something's got to change. Well, it's pretty obvious what you're laying out there. I
mean, you really.
He had a 2-part quote real quick, just so we'll read it all. This is Donovan Mitchell. He said, "This was the worst loss of the season, so that's it. Let's go. It starts with me." And then he followed that up by saying, "We can either keep sitting here and having this conversation, or we can do something about it. I know we'll do something."
See, now you can read that two ways. He could be talking about the players because
he's like my perspective, right? He's not talking about JB, man. I know fire JB, I get it, but I feel like he's talking more so about the team. Donovan Mitchell is known for taking accountability. I feel like he knows he gotta be better because he's the leader, and I think he's talking about the team being better and being more consistent. Because it fall on the coaches, but the players gotta get out there and play too, man. It's effort. A lot of things be effort, and sometimes these guys don't be showing effort. Like, but I don't believe he's talking about JB. I absolutely disagree about that. I think he's more so talking about the players. I don't think he's doing the LeBron thing with the subliminal stuff.
Is pointing the finger at himself.
And he's always been very good at that. It starts with me as the leader of the team. He's
Absolutely.
always been very good at that.
So I know it's easy to read that quote in a vacuum and think, oh, he's talking about firing the coach. But when you pair that with his other statement, the way I put them together is he's saying we can either, we can sit here and, do something about it or not. Also, I think it should be pointed out that JB spent like 2 or 3 minutes at the podium, was very brief, and then went in the locker room and had a lengthy meeting with his team.
Well, I think that was first. The locker room was first, and then...
Oh, I thought he did
team meeting
podium
was first, and then he went to media. Team meeting was first.
So he made the media wait for a while and then only gave him 2 minutes.
I had a problem last year, and I'm talking about when I had a problem. I had a problem with everybody in the organization. We had Campy on the show. They were very defensive about somebody calling out, why are you resting on 51 wins? You can't. This team is already a team that could be accused of being too nice. After you lose to the Knicks and you get beat up, they come on and Kobe says, "Oh well, 51 wins is a mark in this league." JB, we're a young guy with young nucleuses and all this other. Listen, man, that stuff was gone. When Donovan Mitchell got here, y'all didn't understand what type of time it was, and so now Jason talks.
Yeah, bro. Like, once you trade for a star player, Donovan Mitchell, man, that whole rebuilding and development stuff, like, that goes out the window. You trade for a guy like Donovan Mitchell, you clearly trying to win something and compete. So a lot of things, had to be put in the, towards the back because of Donovan Mitchell getting here, man. So, I mean, you trade for Donovan Mitchell, you should have a plan, right? Kobe saw a move and he made it, man. He saw a chance to get a player like this and he made the move that I agree with the move. I still agree with it. I don't have no regrets about trading Colin Sexton and marketing. Shout out to marketing and Abachi. I have no problem with that, man. I still like the trade.
About it all the time. You got young guys to play hard every night defensively. What happens when those young guys wake up and they made all-star teams? Or they got max deals like Darius Garland.
They get the money.
They got the bag. Now they're like, man, I'm about to be playing hard every single. We're going to coast like the other teams and turn it on in the playoffs. But what they don't realize, they're not good enough to do that. So when you massage their shoulders and make them feel like everything is okay, coupled with the fact that JB don't have no offense to speak of, we talked about Stefanski. We should be on JB more than Stefanski.
It's a fair point because I was actually in Fort Wayne, Indiana last night at a comedy show with my wife. So I didn't
That's a long way to go for a comedy show. I hope it was good.
When I'm driving, it's 2.5 hours away. So,
to see who?
This guy Pete Lee, my wife loves him. He's hysterical, and it was a birthday
doesn't
present
come to
for
Cleveland?
her. He's not on. Cleveland's not on the rotation.
Shout out to your date night.
We
man.
were talking to him about that after the show. Why he's not? He's
That's a
coming.
commitment.
But so I didn't see the game. And then I was starting to get messages. I'm like, what's going on? And then I talked to Mike on the drive home. So I watched the second half of the game this morning. And there's just their offense too much. It's too pick and roll heavy to start with. And there's too many times where it's just one guy trying to make a play going on. Like there are things you can do, and Mike knows this. There are things you can do when things are breaking down, when stuff's not going your way. Just run basic NBA elementary
get points,
horns high plays, and get guys moving. There are things to do.
You don't see that,
and
though.
Too often, Darius is really struggling this year with turnovers. Like
did he have 9 last night?
9 last night, and he said after the game that Portland's a long defensive team, and they were taking away.
And this is why, man, you got a guy like Craig Porter Jr. sitting on the bench, man. Play my guy CPJ, man. JB, give CPJ his minutes, bro. There should be no reason CPJ is not seeing playing time. Cut this 7-man rotation crap out. The 8-man rotation. Like, give him some minutes, bro. CPJ has proven it, man. It should be no reason why he don't play, man. He's effective in the pick and roll, man, handling the ball, man. Just let CPJ play, man. And help out our backcourt.
Angles. Portland they just switched every pick and roll. And he ended up with a 6'7" long wing on him. And he struggled all night long against defenders that, frankly, if you're looking at the caliber of Darius Garland versus the guy who was trying to defend him.
Yeah, Garland should win those
should
matchups.
not be an issue.
That sounds like a ridiculous excuse. Have you soured on Garland at all?
There's I haven't soured on Darius. The concern with Darius is, number one, he's got the biggest contract in franchise history. And because of his size,
think about that.
There's always an injury concern with him. There's always something. It's a neck, it's a knee, it's hamstring, whatever. There's always something because of just his frame. So keeping him healthy and keeping him on the floor is a little bit of a concern because look at his games played history throughout his career. Rarely is he in the 70s. He's missing a lot of games every year.
Can you call up the graphic again with the compilation stat?
Did you know that only 48% of women invest in the stock market compared to 66%?
That's for JB. I think so. What we're all talking about is bullish. Your point exactly. And I said this going into the Knicks series last year and then coming out of it. That was his moment. What are you going to do with a 51-win team and a home court advantage for a playoff series against a team you should beat? And you could look at all the metrics. He's got a losing record with the Cavs. He's got a losing record in his career. He's got a terrible playoff record. If we all were honest with ourselves, and I like JB and I wish him well, but we've got a team that can do playoff damage. If you look at the roster, I'm not saying that it's a championship caliber team. This should never be a one and done team. We are wasting what might be a white-hot opportunity with the guy who I think we all know is not the right guy. Make the change if you're going to do it.
Think about some of the coaches they've hired outside of Ty Lue in recent years. David Blatt, what's his name? Who's the guy?
John Beilein.
John Beilein. Somebody's hiring.
Now, I just spoke of John Beilein. Shout out to John Beilein, though. Legend coach, right? College. Yeah, man, that John Beilein hiring. I mean, I forgot how I felt about it at the moment when he did it. I was just like, oh man, okay. see what happens. But that was a complete mess, man. It was a mess, man. It was a short era. They made up some excuse talking about Beeline. What they said? I don't even think they said they fired Beeline. What they said they not. It's something they said. They said they demoted him to another position. I forgot what it was, but yeah, that Beeline era was short, man. Then JB, came in and took over with that, man. And David Black got fired. We know why David Black got fired. Um, David Black, he wasn't a bad coach. He also won a lot of games, and we was able to get to the NBA Finals. Despite having LeBron James and Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love and J.R. Smith, all these other guys. But David Black got fired, and a lot of people felt like he shouldn't have got fired. A lot of people on the outside, but he did some things too that you shouldn't be doing as a coach, and that's what Tyronn Lue was able to sweep his way in. And yeah, like I said, you got to have a backup. Like Tyronn Lue was there to be the replacement, right? He was already coming from the Clippers in Boston organization as assistant coach, I believe, right? Who's our replacement on this team? You got Coach Lue, you got Greg. Are y'all comfortable with them taking over JB's spot? That's just a question you gotta ask yourself, man. Like I said, you gotta have a replacement. You got Coach Bud out there. A lot of people want to throw out, but Coach Bud, it might be the same. That might not be the answer. Like I said, Nick Nurse, that was a good candidate, But we have JB. I knew we wasn't gonna fire JB just to hire Nick Nurse. Y'all should have knew that, but
that's. I mean, that was Dan back in the day doing Dan things.
Isn't Dan back in the mix now?
Dan, yeah, I wrote that. Dan's back in the power seat. He's at all the games. He's back in control. I don't know that necessarily. I don't know. I don't know that's as bad as it was previously, before his health things, because Dan, the one thing that Dan provides the organization is there's a target, and that's where we're going. And in the past, it wasn't always necessarily the right target, but you knew where you were going. There was direction, there was leadership. That's where we're going.
Right.
And at times, I've heard from people in the organization, at times that wasn't always there these last couple of years. So I think it could be a good thing in some ways that he's back.
Well, to have accountability. Am I overly aggressive with my statement on JB?
Here's the thing.
I just, when I look at his metrics and I look at the roster he has, don't waste this opportunity. They don't come around often.
Yeah, it's a tough conversation because he didn't have enough shooting last year. You can't win in the NBA without shooting in the playoffs. I don't care about the regular season. I don't care. Regular season doesn't matter. I don't care about their 51 wins. It doesn't matter.
I don't either.
To win in the postseason, you have to have shooting. You got to be able to guard all five guys on the floor, and that was not happening last year. So I don't put the Knicks loss on JB because he did not have the horses to get that done. I was calling for Danny Green, like broken down, decrepit Danny Green to play because at least he could shoot.
We're at the quarter pole of this season.
And now this year is different. He has the shooting this year.
And they're winning at a far less clip this year than last.
And that's the disappointing thing is it's just too inconsistent to this point.
And that's why I said this season it should be no excuses. JB got to figure out how to get it done with this group of guys. Now, trade deadline hasn't even, we still got trade deadline if something was to happen, right? But there's no excuses this season, man. You got to get it done, man. I feel like we're a better team than last year. Like you said, the 51 wins don't mean nothing. We've been said that we start living off regular season success, man, after losing to the Knicks like that. It really don't matter in the regular season. It matters, but we shouldn't hang our hats. We won 51 games before, bro. It's not the first time, the Cavs won 51 games, man. We won 51 games before, but I guess let me finish playing this. But you're right. You need defenders. You need guys that can hit tough shots like Imani Bates, but you also need defense out there. You got to play guys like Isaac. Isaac, I feel like is going to be a big part of what we do in this postseason. You need a guy that's going to play defense and be able to hit his shots. And I really like what Isaac is doing this season. Even before getting hurt, I think he'll be a factor.
And so that's the frustrating part. Now, the regular season doesn't matter, but it's hard to believe that this team that's young, that's never – I mean, the LeBron years, they could screw around and go get drunk for 3 days in Napa because you knew they were going to flip it on when the playoffs began.
Right. Facts. Okay, yeah, facts, bro. Yeah, facts, Jason. Yeah, that Cavs team, LeBron James teams, right? The teams that don't even practice. Those teams don't even practice like that, right? At all, man. They could do that. They had the caliber of players. They was a team that could do that. They had showed that they could do that. This team right here, they haven't done anything. You haven't been to no finals. You haven't been to no conference finals. You haven't even got out the first round. Y'all a young group. If y'all shouldn't even have that mindset that y'all coasting. Y'all gotta play every game hard, man. Y'all gotta give effort every game. That shouldn't even be your mindset, honestly. And there's people that do. There's teams, there's players that do coast, but that should not be the Cavaliers' mindset. We are in no shape or form to be doing anything like that. Now, this is LeBron James teams. Okay, we already know cruise control. But nah, this Cavs team can't do that, bro. So yeah, he's on point what he's saying with that.
You don't have that assurance with this young team that's never really accomplished anything to be able to do that.
So if he does get fired really quickly, because we got to go, who's the guy? Is it an interim guy? Or do they go outside and get somebody?
What is former Vancouver coach?
So there's two guys on the bench, Luke Walton and Greg Buckner, are the guys that you would look at that would be the logical candidates. Dave Yeager is the guy that I have circled who's looming in the background, who they brought in.
And I'll just be on record. I don't think he's going to be the head coach. I don't think they will hire him as the head coach. Just throw that out there.
Sort of very quietly slid him into the organization. I truly don't know if Dave's health will allow him to do it. He's had a lot of health issues in the past. That's why he stepped down. He was an excellent head coach in the league, had success in Sacramento, well, by Sacramento standards, and Memphis. Very well-respected head coach. He was in Philly last year and his assistant, and that's the guy that I would just sort of keep an eye on.
Guys, I've been urging you all for several months to get this free $6,400. Anyone can claim.
I think the fans let him know last night.
Yeah, man, but I don't think none of them guys. But we'll see what happens, man. But I don't think none of them guys, especially with the health, concern he brought up, if you know what happened with him, big cancerous and stuff like that. I don't think he's gonna step in with this job and being a head coach. And Coach Luke Walton, Coach Greg, I don't know, man. I'm not too fond of. I'm not with Coach Luke taking over. And you hire Coach Bud, I feel like you'll just be. Yeah, you. I think Coach Bud is a step above JB. Obviously, Coach Bud have been there, right? He's been there, proven, right? And if you look at it like that, but I don't think he's way above JB, but he is definitely a step ahead of JB, definitely. So if they was to hire like a guy like Coach Bud, maybe, man. JB just gotta get better with his offense, and we gotta be more consistent. Like that's the thing. Like offense. It could be concerned at times. Our defense could be concerned at times. Us being inconsistent. We're not a consistent team, bro. And like I said, it's early in the season. Don't panic yet. Don't hit the panic button. JB, yeah, the clock is ticking, bro. It is ticking. The clock is ticking for JB, man. But yeah, they basically laid it out, everything they said, man. Do we think JB will be fired this season, or what happened in the offseason? What happened after the playoffs if we happen to flame out? We gotta wait and see, man. Like I said, I'm a fan of JB, man. I'm cool with JB. I'm not on the fire JB. I'm not on that train that everybody on, man. Like a lot of people making memes out of JB. I'm not with that, man. But I do agree with some of the stuff they say about JB, because he just does things that just don't make sense, man. Fix your rotation too, bro. Play Craig Porter Jr. Good thing we got some rest though. But we got Orlando coming up, and we got the Celtics. We got Miami. Like Tom K said, man, this is another test. We already showed what we did with Philly and Denver. And that was without our guys, right? We was missing Donovan for the Philly game. This is gonna be a real test for the Cavaliers, man. And beating up on Detroit. Well, we didn't even beat up on Detroit. We beat them. We won that game. That's not nothing to brag about. You should beat teams like that. And I wasn't really too upset about Detroit game like some fans was because I knew Detroit was gonna come in there playing a little more. I'm gonna say motivated because they didn't win no games in November. It was on like a 16-game losing streak. So I already expected Detroit to try to, come at us. So I'm not too mad about the Detroit game. The Blazers game, yes. The Detroit game, no, I'm not too mad about that. But you should, when you have a lead, you should never blow the lead, man. The Cavaliers gotta do better, right? And build on consistent wins. But this test right here against Orlando, who's a team who recently just lost, right? Who they lost to the Nets, I think. But you're dealing with an Orlando team who's been on fire. You got a Boston team who I believe is a super team. They are, that's going to be a crazy game if all eight guys is healthy. And we got to see them. We got to see Boston twice. We got to see Orlando twice. And Miami, we know about their culture and their system. They just know how to play basketball and they know how to beat their opponents. They do it with less, man. They make something out of nothing. Jimmy Butler and Bam, with the group of guys they got in that system, man, they just make something out of nothing, man. So all them games is gonna be a challenge for us, in my opinion. Like we cannot fall asleep on none of them games, man. Hopefully Cass LeVert is back. Dean Wade, I never thought I'd say this. Hopefully Dean Wade will come back soon, bro. I never thought I'd be saying this, but I miss Dean Wade in the lineup, man. I said it on Max Street. I miss Dean Wade. Hopefully Dean Wade come back, man. I'm not a Dean Wade fan though, but I hope he do come back, man. But JB Bickerstaff, man, yeah, dog. You might be on the hot seat, man. It's this is it right here. Now I hope you don't get fired, bro. I hope you don't get fired. They don't. They want you out of here. I'm part of the 10% that say, yo, do not fire JB. There's a large group of percentage of Cleveland fans that want JB out of here, man. So I'm still gonna fight for JB if I could. But wait. Oh yeah, before I get out of here, my boy Humble. It was good, Humble. I ain't even you just came in, Humble. Yeah, I'm about to shut it down, Humble. I just wanted to talk about JB real quick, man. Him being on the hot seat. What you said? Are we being the Magic? We got a rough neck. Yo, man, that's a rough. We got some. I said, yo, Philly and the Denver Nuggets was a test. Yeah, this is gonna be a test because we got them right after each other. It's not no. I don't think. It's not no cupcake schedule right here. Ain't a cupcake week. We got a challenge ahead of us, man. I hope we beat the Magic. I think we see them twice. But we need our guys to play, man. Hopefully, we could build from Detroit. Hopefully we could build on Detroit. Shout out to Eric Spo, great head coach. He does, bro, with less. He does more with less. Miami got talent. Yeah, Miami. Like I told you, before I get ready to close, I told you. That game right there, it was a back-to-back, I believe. The guys was fatigued. They shouldn't have got beat like that, but man, it is what it is, man. It's basketball. It's a long season, 82 games. We'll be all right, man. And then you also said, I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Believe that. Yeah, I got you, Humble. I think I went live early than I usually do, man. On today, but yeah, I got you, man. Appreciate you for pulling in at the last minute though. But yo, shout out to everybody that was in the live. Shout out to everybody in the playback, man. It's still wine to go, bro. Ain't nothing changed. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. In the comment section, and don't forget to hit that like button for the Cavs, man. And it's still wine to go, man. Go Cavs.
With the 49th pick in the 2023 NBA Draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Imani Bates from Eastern Michigan University.
moment, okay, taking a lesson, learning our lesson, and then applying all the things that we talked about. The effort that you guys put in on the defensive end of the floor was phenomenal, okay? That was textbook Cavaliers defense. And then the offensive end of the floor, we shared it, we attacked the paint, we got what we wanted, okay? That was a phenomenal job. Congratulations to this group, okay, for achieving something as a unit that we've never done before, okay? But we ain't done yet. All right, let's go. Yes, sir.